Cinderella lived a life that felt just like a curse. Two mean and ugly stepsisters, her stepmother was worse. All she did was scrub and clean, her sisters got to play. Never had any fun, they worked her night and day. And they said, if the shoe fits, so wear it, put it on, it's plain to see. If the shoe fits, so wear it, enslaved is all you'll ever be. Then one day the prince declared a ball to find my bride. But Cinderella couldn't go, so she stayed at home and cried. And she said, if the shoe fits, wear it, put it on, it's plain to see. If the shoe fits, wear it, enslaved is all I'll ever be. If the shoe fits, wear it, will I ever be free? If the shoe fits, wear it, won't someone please help me? Then out of the blue her animal friends and her fairy godmother appeared. They cleaned her up and made her a gown and a pumpkin coach with just one catch: you must be home by midnight. She danced and danced with the handsome prince, but as the clock struck 12, she had to rush away so fast, off her foot her slipper fell. And the prince said, if the shoe fits, so wear it, it's a very simple test. If the shoe fits, so wear it, and you'll be my princess. The prince searched all the land for the foot that fit that shoe, from mountains high to the sea below, to find his love so true. When he got to Cinderella's house, it fit her like a glove. His face lit up with a great big smile, I found my own true love. And they said, now the shoe fits, so wear it, what a wedding there will be. Now the shoe fits, so wear it, prince and princess, you and me. Now the shoe fits, so wear it, they declared with glee and laughter. The prince and Cinderella, they lived happily ever after. Happily ever after. Happily, happily ever after. Happily ever after. Oh, hello. I see we have visitors. How exciting. I was worried you'd all forgotten about us. Welcome to the Treasury of Tales, here in the land of Once Upon a Time. I'm the librarian, a name this cat has answered to since I was given the enchanted key to this magnificent place. You could say I'm in the business of fairy tales. My job? To keep all our stories safe until the end of time, so nobody ever forgets them. Ooh, let's have some fun, shall we? Do you remember this story? Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair. Or how about fee, fi, fo, fum? I smell the blood of an Englishman. That's Jack and the Beanstalk. You must remember this one. Oh, Granny, what big teeth you have. All the better to eat you with, my dear. Little Red Riding Hood, of course. Perfect. All our stories are kept here in the Treasury of Tales, but I also store them up here for safekeeping. Would you like to know how I do it? I sing them. Once you sing it, you never forget it. It works like magic. Can I tell you a secret? I know it all seems perfectly charming here in this enchanted tower, But there is trouble brewing. I've been hearing from the fairies and witches that more and more of you are forgetting about our stories. And now my beloved treasury of tales is crumbling around me. The big bad wolf is at our door, and if I don't do something quickly, this magical place will be lost forever, and with it all our precious fairy tales. But what can I do? It's time to think outside the books. Think. Understand. Wait. I've got something. Oh, this is so exciting. How do I remember all the fairy tales on these shelves? By singing them, right? If the shoe fits, so wear it. So what if we sang our stories to help everybody remember them? And with all the spellbinding talent here in the land of Once Upon a Time, we could hold a story song singing competition and invite subjects from all over the land to audition. We could call it the Once Upon a Tune Talent Search. This is perfect. And now, to spread the good news.
Hear ye by royal decree. Librarian has gotta save our library. Now this is her ambition, to find the best musician and complete her mission with a song competition.
I need a great voice to come to our aid. Persuade, crusade, not a band-aid, no time to delay. This is your big chance, sing us your story. A tale of woe or a tale of glory.
The best prince, princess, wolf, or elf in the realm. Show us what you got, cause you never can tell. It's not about looks, think outside the books. We gotta find a way to save our quiet nooks. The time is right now, like the 12 o'clock chime. So don't delay, cause we're out of time.
I can't believe this is actually happening!
I've been waiting for something like this my entire life.
They simply must pick me, or my daddy will be very upset.
I'm hungry. We should all line up in an orderly fashion.
I love a little wicked competition.
No one can compete with this perfection.
Amphibio!
Ew! I've kissed enough of these already.
Oh, I like to eat frogs for breakfast.
Phileas!
Well, that was weird.
Yeah.
Hi there.
Well then, let the games begin.
We shall see. Patience, everyone. I'm off to set the stage in the Treasury of Tales. I'll see you next time for the launch of the Once Upon a Tune Talent Search. Meow! Welcome to each of you auditioning for the Once Upon a Tune Talent Search. I am the librarian of the Treasury of Tales. Today, I invite each of you to sparkle in your own way as you take to the stage. Keep in mind, only one of you will be chosen to save the Treasury of Tales. Then, hopefully, we can return to living happily ever after. Now, let's have our first contestant to join us.
Hi, my name is Melody, and I'm a blue fairy from the Shimmering Hills. I'm so nervous, my wings won't stop quivering. It would mean everything to me to sing our fairy tales. I just love performing.
Melody, we're looking for someone who can help us stand out in a sea of stories. Tell us, what makes you special?
Well, I can fly and and sprinkle pixie dust at the same time. Watch me! To be honest, when I was a little fairy, just learning to sparkle, my friends told me I was the wrong shade of blue. You'd think that blue is blue, right? Wrong! I am Cornflower Blue, Pantone 312. The other fairies were Bluebird Blue, Pantone 2925. They'd say horrid things like, Melody, you're not blue enough. And,
Melody, your skin is clashing with the clouds.
they'd laugh and laugh at me. Eventually, I started to believe them. I thought I was the wrong colour. But I've come to understand that there are no wrong colours. My shade of blue is what makes me unique. I believe that the land of Once Upon a Time is ready for a fairy of a different shade of blue. Like me.
I hope we are, Melody. I hope we are. So tell us, what story will you be performing for us today?
Well, I'm a big fan of Sleeping Beauty. Partly because there are some awesome fairies in this one. And you've gotta love when good triumphs over evil, even if you have to wait 100 years.
The king and the queen never had a princess. They had always dreamed, but had no success. One day in the woods, the queen sat on a log.
You shall have a girl,
Croaked the magic frog. I've got to get my beauty sleep. I'm gonna be a mother. I've gotta get my beauty sleep. I'll love her like no other. By the end of the year, their baby girl had arrived. They named her Aurora and were no longer deprived. They held a golden plate dinner for 13 magical women, but they were missing one plate, so only 12 could fit in. I've got to get my beauty sleep. There's a party for Aurora. I've got to get my beauty sleep. I know they will adore her. The magical women gave their powerful gifts, whilst number 13, who was sorely miffed, said, in your 15th year, you'll prick your finger and perish. But there was one more gift. It was a spell they would cherish. You may not die, but instead you'll sleep for 100 years. 15 years had come and gone. Aurora grew up wise and strong. One day she thought she'd look around the castle room she'd never found. She found a woman spinning flax, which should have stopped her in her tracks. Attracted by a bobbing spindle, should have worn her metal thimble. But she caught her tiny splinter, fell asleep for 100 winters. A hedge grew up so high, the castle couldn't be spied. Many men tried to enter, but they could not get inside. After 100 years, came a prince for Aurora. The magic hedge opened wide. They could hide her no more. I think she's had her beauty sleep. 100 years of slumber. I think she's had her beauty sleep. 100's a big number. The Sleeping Beauty he quickly found. One look at her made his heart go pound, pound, pound. He leaned over and kissed her. She opened up her eyes. Their newfound love they could not disguise. No more of this beauty sleep, not feeling very tired. No more of this beauty sleep. Awake, I'm so inspired. No more of this beauty sleep. I think I've had my Z's. No more of this beauty sleep. I can wake up when I please. No one tells me go to sleep. I can wake up when I please. No one tells me go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
Give a big hand to Melody.
Me next. Hey, I want to go next. I'm Warble. This is me.
Excuse me, Mr. Warble, is it? I'm sorry, but it isn't quite your turn yet. But I'm sure we can fit you in. But first, let's give a big thank you to Melody the Blue Fairy for that beautiful story song. Good luck with the competition, Melody.
Is it my turn now? Can I go now?
Goodness, Mr. Warble, you are an over-eager ogre. You can warm your voice up backstage.
I'm hungry! Yum, 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 yum.
In the meantime, I'll see you all very soon for Warble's exciting performance next on our Once Upon a Tune stage. Welcome back to our Once Upon a Tune talent search. We continue to look for a spellbinding performer to sing our fairy tales to new audiences far and wide. We've already had an enchanting performance from Melody the Blue Fairy. And now, let's welcome contestant number 2 to the stage.
Hey, how you doing? This is me, Warble. Yeah, that's me, again.
Indeed. Mr. Warble, before you sing your story song, tell us something about yourself.
Well, there's not much to tell. I like to scaring things in the forest, mostly in the dark. I played bassoon when I was wee, and I eat people when I'm hungry. Cats make a nice dessert.
Thank you for that perfectly pointed warning, Mr. Warble.
Also, I'm quite scary. My feet smell. And sometimes I laugh when I'm hungry. Singing loudly makes me sneeze.
You are quite an interesting ogre, Mr. Warble. And tell us, what will you be showcasing today?
I sing songs about eating people when I'm hungry. Fee, fi, fo, fum. I've got a song about eating an Englishman. Jack sold the cow for beans. They grew taller than the trees. Then the giant said, fee, fi, fo, fum. Oh, I smell lunch. Not scary enough? Can I go again? I can be more scary.
Mr. Warble, you have sufficiently terrified us with your performance. Please make your way to the oversized exit on your left. I don't want to be catty, but I think we've had enough of that one. Now, it's time for contestant number 3. I expect this one will be a bit more charming.
Thank you. I know you're excited to see me. I get this reaction wherever I go. Hey, there he is. It's Prince Pollywig. Why, yes. Yes, it is. Would you like to take a selfie with me?
I was about to introduce our next contestant, but it appears that he's already done that for me. Prince Pollywig, once you've finished taking those selfies, why don't you tell us about your royal self?
Well, as you can see, I was born to shine. It's hard to maintain this level of perfection. Can I speak candidly? When I attended the very pricey Royal Princely Training School, I felt trapped, forced to learn about rescuing damsels and slaying dragons. I even had to memorize every piece of a sword. Boring, right? So to pass the time, I cracked jokes in class, and no matter what I said, the people laughed. Want to hear some of my jokes?
No.
Why was Cinderella no good at playing tennis? Because she was always running away from the ball.
Thank you, Prince Pollywig. And moving
knock,
on.
Knock, knock. Who's there? Godfrey. Godfrey who? Godfrey tickets to the Royal Ball wanna come?
I must interrupt.
Why was Cinderella no good at playing football? Because she had a pumpkin for a coach? I cracked myself up.
Amphibio!
Let's stay on task here, everybody.
Rabbit.
Regis Phineas.
Well, hello, beautiful.
Let's hear your voice, not your ego, Prince Pollywig. Tell us about the story song you've chosen.
Well, as you can see, I'm quite the trendsetter. I source all my clothes and accessories exclusively from the finest royal boutiques. I think you'll all agree that style is my jam. I'd like to sing a song about a fashion icon who ruled this kingdom once upon a time. And to celebrate his magnificent royal wardrobe, the townspeople paraded him through the village for all to see. It was a powerful moment, and I'd like to share it with you now. Keep in mind, I have a bit of a frog in my throat. Let me tell a story about kings and clothes and fools, and a plot that was so obvious and just a little cruel. Years ago, an emperor obsessed by fashion trends wanted to look hip and cool so he'd impress his friends. One day, 2 con men came to town, said they could weave a suit so beautiful the whole world would salute. And they said, Mr. Emperor, let us design your robes. We've got this new material, invisible to those who are too witless to appreciate our beautiful design. Just give us a week and you won't believe your eyes. So the king came for a fitting without wasting any time. The tailors took their measurements while continuing their line. When those 2 were finished, their hands flew in the air. It's gonna be marvelous, stupendous, nothing can compare. And they said, Mr. Emperor, we're all connoisseurs. This brand new suit might cause dispute, but there'll be amateurs. Your style would be so elegant, so fresh, so cool, so right. No kingdom will
stop and stare and they won't believe their eyes.
The emperor sent his ministers to see the magic weave, but they could see nothing on the loom. Not wanting to admit what their eyes did perceive, they played the tails even more to show that they were fit and didn't see what they had seen. The swindlers stayed up all night, appearing hard at work. They snipped the air with scissors while exchanging evil smirks. Parade day came and it was time to try on his new suit. This haute couture deception was going like a hoot. So Mr. Emperor, please disrobe. It's time to put on your new clothes. Uneasy, couldn't see a thing. Was he unfit? He was the king. So leg by leg and arm by arm, they dressed the emperor with charm. But there was not a single thread from his big toe to his big head. Now all of the town came out to see the splendid robe. See, they were told what they're supposed to see. What are we gonna see? What are we gonna But nobody told me, oh how was I to know? So I said what was obvious to me. And I said, here's the emperor, where are your clothes? The silence is quite ghastly, you're fully exposed. We were all expecting a cloud that was sublime, but when I look at you, I can't believe my eyes. The top said, Mr. Emperor, all your senses gone. We can't believe that you don't see just what is going on. It only took a small boy to see through all their lies. No matter what they say, we will believe our eyes.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Oh, dear.
Wait, what's so funny?
That was a riveting performance, Prince Pollywig. However, the only clothes the Emperor was wearing in that story song was his birthday suit.
Is that a new collection?
No, the Emperor was naked. He was wearing no clothes.
Whatever. I'll be signing autographs backstage. I'll see you there.
Oh, poor Prince Pollywig was the butt of the joke this time. Oh, I needed a good old laugh. Now, it's time to get serious as we introduce our next contestant.
Hey, how you doing? It's T-Roll here. Get ready for something you've never seen before.
This is very mysterious. I can't quite put my paw on it. You look like an elf, yet something's different. I imagine all will be revealed when T-Roll takes the stage. See you soon. Every time I think about Prince Pollywig's story song, I find myself laughing again. He was clearly very cheeky, pun intended. If you missed it, here are some of the highlights of our contestants' performances so far in the Once Upon a Tune talent search.
The Sleeping Beauty, he quickly found. One look at her made his heart go pound, pound, pound.
Years ago, an emperor obsessed by fashion trends
wanted to look hip and cool so he'd impress his friends.
And now for something completely different. Please will contestant number 4 take to the stage.
Hey! The name's T-Roll, and I'm the one you need to sing your stories. You want something different? Well, that's me. There's no one like this anywhere in the land of Once Upon a Time. Sure, you can find trolls in a bunch of books, and elves, well, they're hiding everywhere on the Treasury of Tales. But I dare you to find any half troll, half elf on the pages of any books.
Originality is charming, but do you have the right talent?
I'm a one-of-a-kind troll, with a one-of-a-kind voice and a passion to inspire everyone in the real world to come back to books.
I like where you're going with this. Let's see if you're as good as you say you are. What's your story song, T-Roll?
The truth is, I've never felt part of just one group. Trolls say I'm not tough enough, and elves say I'm too loud and strong. For ages, I tried really hard to fit in. But I don't want to change who I am anymore. I'm proud to be T-Roll. Being different means I stand out in every crowd, even if I'm small. Besides, it's what's on the inside that really counts, isn't it? So, this is my story song, and I'm sending it out to all of you who feel just a little bit different than everyone else. You can't judge a book by its cover. From the very day I hatched, I was told that I don't match. It would take an age for me to get where I am now. The other ducks, they hated me, shouted loud I was a freak. All I ever wanted was to fit into a crowd. Couldn't deal with life behind these gates. Ostracized, they made me run away. Why should I take another day? It seemed there always was somebody who didn't understand what life looked like for me. They chased me and they shamed me. Why can't they treat me like a brother? 'Cause you can't judge a book by its cover. Over the fence I found some ducks, said I could stay, but you're not one of us. They made me feel like I was beneath them, so I set out to leave. Met some ganders in the reeds. They seemed really nice to me, said I should fly away with them to meet some girls. Before I knew that they were using me, a hunter's shot, bang bang, oh what a scene. So I hid till I could leave, still out looking for somebody who understands what life is like for me. Won't suppress me or mess with me. When will I find someone who's learned that you can't judge a book by its cover? Swimming off, I find a woman and her pets. They couldn't see the talents that I possessed. Dejected, I ran away. A harsh winter came, I almost froze to death. Spring came and I was swimming free, still alone, not happy. I found these swans and I was drawn to them, 'cause I was so in awe, just an ugly duckling who next to gorgeous swans. But they surprised me and pointed to the pond. Looking down, I see a beauty that transcends. Not an ugly duckling, I have always been misread. I'm a regal swan instead. I always knew I was somebody who has so much to give, but never got the chance. But when they shamed me, they made me. Now I know who I really am. Who I am. There's always gonna be somebody who understands what life is like for you. So just hold on and keep faith. Someday the world will learn that you can't judge a book by its cover.
Brothers and sisters you don't even know. What's on the outside is only a shell. Look on the inside, you never can tell. Some only look quite different from you, but to them you look just as different too.
No, you can't judge a book by its cover.
Oh, goodness. Oh, there must be something in my eye. Thank you, T-Roll, for reminding us not to judge anyone by the way they look. Good luck with the competition. Now then, who is the next contestant on our list?
Trixie here. Did I scare you?
Oh, goodness! This competition is full of surprises. I expect that next contestant could cast quite a spell on us. See you all soon. I am overjoyed to see that you've joined us once again. I must tell you, there is so much excitement here in the land of Once Upon a Time. Word is spreading all over our magical kingdom about our talent search, and contestants are popping in from each of our enchanted counties. Already, their performances are giving us hope that our beloved treasury of tales can be saved. In case you missed it, before our next enchanting contestant, here's some of the performances of our contestants who've already taken the stage.
The Sleeping Beauty, he quickly found. One look at her made his heart go pound, pound, pound.
Years ago, an emperor obsessed by fashion trends wanted to look hip and cool so he'd impress his friends. One,
not an ugly duckling, I have always been misread. I'm a regal swan instead.
And now...
Surprise! Well, hi! They call me Trixie. I'm a card-carrying, spellbinding witch. I'm a descendant of the late great blind witch who tried to cook Hansel and Gretel for dinner and famously failed.
Ah, yes, that was a very scary time for Hansel and Gretel when they wandered away from home.
And I expect they learned quite the lesson from the blind witch. I've also been known to cast an evil spell here and there. Unfortunately, none of my stories ever made it into the books. But trust me, the second you need a little black magic to change the story, just call on Trixie. And before you write me off as too scary to save your precious treasury, why not take a chance on this witch with a wicked set of pipes? I may be naughty, but I secretly use my powers for good. Shh, don't tell anyone.
Intriguing. Trixie, tell us about your story song.
Well, this was black and white for me. All the stories in your treasury of tales paint witches like me as the evil one, right? Well, if you think I'm the evil one, you need to check out this jealous, insecure, and all-around mean queen. She's a real witch.
Once upon a time, in a kingdom long ago, lived a little princess with skin as white as snow. The queen was her stepmother, as vain can be, who asked the mirror on the wall, "Is the fairest one called me?" The mirror always told the truth directly to the queen. "You are, my dear, the fairest that the world has ever seen." But as Snow White, she grew into the loveliest of girls. The mirror changed its tune, and the truth it did unfurl. "My queen, you may be pretty for all the world to see, but Snow White is the fairest, even fairer than thee." One bad apple, Snow White's the princess fair. One bad apple, how could she even dare? One bad apple, she's going to have to fall. One bad apple, 'cause I'm the fairest of them all. The queen employed a huntsman to do her dirty deed. "Take Snow to the forest and rid me of this weed." But when it came to killing Snow, he didn't have the heart. He said, "Run, little girl, never come back and make a brand new start." Snow ran through the forest, scared right to her bones, then stumbled on a cottage and said, "I'll make this my home." Inside were 7 tiny beds, picked one and closed her eyes. But then the 7 dwarfs came home, and boy, were they surprised. The queen came to the mirror, and once again she asked, but Snow White was still the fairest. The huntsman failed his task. One bad apple, the queen was very mad. One bad apple, she came up with a plan. One bad apple, it only takes one bite. This bad apple will be the end of Snow White. The 7 dwarfs and Snow became a happy family. Everybody did their part, it came so naturally. One day when Snow was on her own, the queen, dressed in disguise, gave Snow that poisoned apple. One bite and she had died. That evil queen was one bad apple. She asked the mirror on the wall, "One bad apple, who's the fairest of them all?" One bad apple, you are the fairest like before. One bad apple, now that Snow White is no more. As Snow was lying peacefully, a prince was riding by. One glance at her and he proclaimed, "You're the apple of my eye." He brought her to his castle on a very bumpy road. With one big bounce, the apple popped, and then Snow White awoke. Now how's that one bad apple? Asked the queen to the mirror on the
disappear in a puff of smoke. We need to consider if we can trust a witch to save the Treasury of Tales. Can a witch be bad and good? Something to ponder. And now, contestant number 6. Number 6? This is odd.
Be right there!
Oh, it would appear we are having some, technical difficulties. I can't find my shoes! OMG! I broke a nail while I was styling my hair, so I was just trying to get a quick mani-pedi in before my turn. Then I lost my shoe! It is so hard to get good help these days, seriously! Anywho, ta-da! I'm Princess Euphony. Your fairy tale star has arrived. We are thrilled you've made it. What story song will you be singing for us today?
Well, obviously I chose something that reminds me of me. As you can see, I'm all about the glam. So I'll be singing the story of the Beauty and the Beast. Obviously, I'll be focusing on the beauty part. Get ready to have your minds blown.
Beauty, 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 beauty. My daddy bought me a rose. Big help when I strike a pose. Beauty, 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 beauty. Then there is the Beast. Not a prince, to say the least.
He really needs a makeover?
Beauty! Beauty, beauty, beauty!
Hey, this is my song!
Everyone tells me that I'm a beauty, and so I feel it is my duty to look as beautiful as I can, like a painting from Rembrandt. Beauty, 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 beauty,
This is just dumb! Daddy!
No need to get hysterical, young lady. It seems we have another royal walkout. Megxit, stage right.
Next!
And as for you, Mr. Warble, you have been zapped for a second time. I suggest you find your nearest royal exit, unless you want someone to turn you into a frog.
I can take a hint.
I certainly hope our next performer has something more to offer.
C major at your service, honoured librarian.
Indeed. It looks like our next performer is sure to be a howl. I must admit, it is hard to believe we have only one last contestant in our Once Upon a Tune talent search. It has been quite an emotional journey for me to watch our talented performers bring so many memorable story songs to life.
The Sleeping Beauty, he quickly found. One look at her made his heart go pound, pound, pound.
Years ago, an emperor obsessed by fashion trends wanted to look hip and cool so he'd impress his friends. What?
Not an ugly duckling, I have always been misread. I'm a regal swan instead. One bad apple, it only takes one bite. This bad apple will be the end of Snow White.
Now, let's bring contestant number 7 to the stage.
C major here to serve. It is an honour to be standing in front of the celebrated feline and highly revered librarian. She who is responsible for protecting fairy tales in our beloved land of Once Upon a Time.
Why, thank you, C Major. It has indeed been a heavy weight on my shoulders. And now, with our beloved treasury of tales crumbling around us, we need to raise our voices together to share our stories so they will always be remembered. Perhaps you will be the one chosen to sing them.
That is my plan, old great one. Psst. Now, it's no secret I come from generations of big bad wolves. I'm pretty sure you know them all. Oh, the wolf who tried to eat Little Red Riding Hood's grandmother, that was my great uncle Grayson. Oh, and it was my grandfather Lupo who huffed and tried to blow the little piggies' houses down. Those wolves, they were old school, but canines like me are evolving. I can promise you that I'm using my wolfish strengths and dogged loyalty to serve and protect. Let me use my powerful voice to help you save the treasury of tales.
A friendly wolf. Well, that would be an interesting twist, wouldn't it? So, C Major, what story song do you have for us today?
I'd like to send my story song out to everyone who auditioned for this talent search. Only one of us will be chosen to represent the land of Once Upon a Time. No matter who is chosen, we all have a big job ahead of us to protect our fairy tales. Saving our treasury of tales won't happen overnight, but with strong leadership and a commitment to take it slow and steady like a certain tortoise did, we can make it happen. I just know it.
On a morning of a lovely sunny day, a hare was bragging in his boastful way. He said, I'm so fast and I can't be beat. I'm unsurpassed, I got super feet. No one here could ever challenge me.
Wait there.
Said the tortoise poking through.
You're all talk, but you haven't got a clue.
I could beat you any day, any time or any place. When I win, you're gonna be amazed. The slow and steady wins the race. Take your time and set your pace. If you try and go too fast, you're gonna lose control. You might even come in last and never reach your goal. Cause slow and steady wins the race. The hare looked at the tortoise and he said, your shell's enormous for your tiny feet and head. Okay, why don't we have a race? Let's see who's coming in second place. You might end up with egg upon your face. The slow and steady wins the race. Take your time and set your pace. If you try and go too fast, you're gonna lose control. You might even come in last and never reach your goal. Slow and steady wins the race. They asked the fox if he'd officiate. He set the course and marked the starting gate. The first to pass the tree down there wins the race all fair and square. Mr. Hare, you sure you are prepared? Cause slow and steady wins the race. Mr. Fox here at the starting line of the race of the park between the champions. Time and time again, we had the David and Goliath, the hare who's fast and the tortoise who's trying to beat the odds and defying the crying, undying boasts of a hare whose confidence is flying. Everyone's asking, who will win? Time will tell who's the best, who's a has-been. The racers are set, on your marks, get set, go! The crowd erupts as the hare explodes. The tortoise chorus is slow as a deep foreboding hits the crowd, knowing that the hare will be boasting. In the first turn, the hare is out without a doubt. This is a rout of disproportionate clout. But what's this that I'm seeing now? The hare looks strong, but I can't believe what I'm witnessing. Somebody tell me, is he lying down? He's looking back with a grin on his face, thinking, there's no way I can lose this race. Do my eyes deceive? Has he gone to sleep? Is he joking? This insult is way too deep. But look, here's the tortoise. He started to creep up the track, coming back, his attack discreet, getting closer to the finish line with the hare asleep. He's taken the lead. Do we dare believe? Oh wait, Mr. Hare is woken. He's noticed his lead is broken. He remembers the words he's spoken, so he leaps to his feet to make chase again. The panic in his face is so intense. Now he sees Mr. Tortoise 2 steps away from the finish line, losing time, honor at stake. He's straining and gaining, but the tortoise is there. The race is over, and he's beaten the hare. The tortoise turned around and looked up at the hare. He said,
Guess you weren't as fast as you thought back there. So this is a lesson you need to learn. Every win you need to earn. Most winners can blow up in your face. Hey now, slow and steady wins the race. Slow and steady wins the race.
Slow and steady now, slow and steady now wins the race. Slow and steady now, slow and steady now wins the race. Slow and steady now, slow and steady now wins the race. Slow and steady now, slow and steady now wins the race. The lesson that I need to learn is every win I need to earn. The lesson that I need to learn is every win I need to
Thank you, C Major. What a perfect note to finish our auditions on.
Always here to serve.
When next I see you, we will announce the winner of the Once Upon a Tune talent search. Until then. Hello, friends and fairy tale fans. I must confess, I have very catnapped since last we met. The excitement of choosing the winner of the Once Upon a Tune talent search has kept me wide awake. Finally, the time has come for us to decide who will be the one to keep our story songs alive and save the treasury of tales. But before we choose the winner, let's take a look back at our finalists' performances.
The Sleeping Beauty, he quickly found. One look at her made his heart go pound, pound, pound.
Years ago, an emperor obsessed by fashion trends, wanting to look hip and cool so he'd impress his friends. One,
Not an ugly duckling, I have always been misread. I'm a regal swan instead.
One bad apple, it only takes one bite. This bad apple will be the end of Snow White.
Slow and steady wins the race. Take your time and set your pace.
if you try and go too fast, you're gonna lose control. You might even come to last and never reach your goal.
Slow and steady wins the race.
So much talent here in the land of Once Upon a Time. Now, I need your help. Is Melody the Blue Fairy your story song star? Should we pick Prince Pollywood to sing our stories? He's a wolf on a mission. Should C Major's powerful voice be the one to save the treasury of tales? Are you ready for the sound of evil? Clap loudly if Trixie is your choice. He's part elf, part troll. Should T-Roll be the one to sing our stories? My goodness, I don't think there's ever been a more important or difficult decision to make. And now, the moment we have all been waiting for. The contestant who will sing the songs of the Treasury of Tales and be the voice of Once Upon a Time is...
Inspirante motus cinque!
Wait! I'm so sorry. Something just hit me. I'm perplexed. I can't announce the winner.
What's happening?
What?
What's going on?
This makes no sense.
Can someone explain this?
This is treason.
I'll just step in here for a second. The librarian has something very important to sort out, thanks to me. She will be back to explain why she cannot announce the winner of the Once Upon a Tune talent search.
But this is treason. Heads, we roll!
And Privio!
Thank you. Why pick one when 5 is more fun? Why pick one when 5 is more fun?
Exactly.
Will someone just tell me what's going on here?
And now, to spread the good news...
Hear ye, there's gonna be 5 winners from tonight to keep our stories alive. Librarians commissioned the best musicians to complete her mission with their compositions.
I found the voices to come to our aid. They played and made the grade. They'll be our singer brigade. They'll be a force that is hard to ignore, singing story songs, saving our folklore.
They're the best singers anywhere, so be assured that the treasury of tales, it will endure. This wasn't the plan that the cat undertook, but librarian, she thinks outside the books. With these 5 singers and their voices sublime, we can save the tales of Once Upon a Time.
You see, no one is winning today because everyone is.
What?
What's going on? I'm really not sure what's happening here.
I can't cope.
I was thinking too small. This is big. The 5 of you will raise your voices together and share our stories as a band to save the Treasury of Tales. That's what I call thinking outside the books.
Well, what is she on about?
A band. I'm putting you all together in a band. Stay with me on this. Each of you brings something special to the group, right? Together, you are #out of the books. Melody, you will bring kindness to our tales.
I can do that. Regis Filius.
Hello there.
Prince Pollywig, you will bring style and humour to an often dark world.
Well, I do have a flair for getting attention.
T-Roll, when there are disagreements in this group...
And I'm sure there will be plenty.
I'm depending on you to keep the peace.
Sweet!
And C Major.
At your service!
Your bravery and loyalty will protect our stories whenever trouble brews.
I pledge to bring honour to the Treasury of Tales.
I'm sure that you will, C Major. And last, but absolutely not least, Trixie. You will put your evil powers and wicked vocals to good use and make sure our audience is spellbound by this band.
Wicked indeed.
And to those of you who did not make the final cut, a little advice. Princess Euphony, perhaps you could take some time to improve your techniques.
That's not fair! Daddy!
And to our enthusiastic ogre, Mr. Warble, I would highly recommend that you try showering before we meet again.
Wobble is not happy. I'm hungry. Where's the frog? Froggy! Froggy, froggy, froggy!
Oh, really? That's a good idea. Right now? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, esteemed citizens of Once Upon a Time, this has been a long and surprisingly thrilling journey we've been on together to save our treasury of tales. Because of all of you talented performers, we can finally sing our stories to the world. Once they hear them, they'll never forget them, and our fairy tales will live on, happily ever after. And now, the moment you have been waiting for, the winners of the Once Upon a Tune talent search. For the first time, the enchanted, the magical, the charmed, and to the books.
We were characters in fairy tales, but no one knew our names.
We played our parts as extras, while others got the fame.
Every day the same old story.
Witches!
Wolves!
No smiles.
No fun.
No music.
So I put them in a band.
Nothing grand.
Understand?
Clean stages.
In our pages.
Singing fairy tale songs.
And everyone will sing along. Librarian has taught us to think outside the books.
So she sent us to your 3D world
To see how real life looks.
And now that we are here, we bring those stories from our pages. Where witches fly.
And wolves say hi.
And princes are courageous.
With magic wands and evil spells and fairy dust replete, we'll sing you just the story songs of fairy tales you need. We are out of the books.
We turn straw to gold.
And frogs to men.
We're out of the books.
Who's our favorite shoe?
And get it back again.
In fairy tales we thrive.
We come from 2D life.
We sing stories.
We bring magic.
Life outside of books is tragic.
Story songs for you. We're out of the books.
You see, sometimes it's good to be bad. Watch this space.